How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're having a good night. I just realized what I did. I had I had a shopping cart open on my iPad that I forgot about. I was shopping in the middle of the night last night, right? When I couldn't sleep on the iPad on Fan's Edge. I was getting all kinds of good NFL gear and it was in my cart and it was for me and it was for for Christmas for gifts for some people. And I kept telling myself, "Don't close that browser because you're not logged in. You'll lose your whole cart." You know what I just now did? Oh yeah, I picked up my iPad and closed all the tabs except for YouTube. Realized it right when I did it. Man, that's a drag. Oh well, it'll give me something to do in the middle of the night the next time I wake up, right? Okay, so tonight we just have two breaks. We're going to open a half case of mini helmets, and that is the back half of a case that we already started, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 days ago, something like that. And we will then open a master case of Phoenix football. That is a long one. Be a long time getting that one finished up. But before we start on it, you know what? We've got information to go over. You guys know how this works. First up, of course, is a message about feedback. That's to let you know mine is completely automated on eBay. What that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get it in return with no waiting. Yay. And the other thing there, of course, is just a message to say thank you, because I do appreciate those of you who bid and break and chat and hang out with me, keep me company, keep me in line, however you want to look at it. We're taking a look right now at things that are coming up over the course of the next few days. We have got a lot of big, long breaks with lots of base cards. So we're going to be starting early on mini nights, as you see, and we are also going to be doing fewer breaks per night as a result, probably for the next week or so. So yeah, it's going to be crazy coming up. Tomorrow night, though, I'm taking the night off. I've got to catch up on a lot of year-end stuff. I'm going to try to take off a couple of nights here and there for the next few months to try to get that in line. On Sunday, we're going to open, what are we opening? A Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey, a case of Topps Archives Signature Series retired players, which I think is the last case I have of that, and a case of Gold Label baseball, which I believe is the last case I have of that as well. On Monday night, we will open another 16-box master case of Phoenix football, and that'll be the last of it. So we've opened, this will be the second master box. We've got one more to go on Monday night, and then we'll be finished up with Phoenix. On Tuesday, we're going to start early at 9:15. We're going to open a full case of Topps Update Jumbo. That is a 3,000 card break. So it's probably going to take us a couple of hours. Veteran base is not shipping in that break. So rookie cards, inserts, parallels, obviously autographs and relics are going to ship. Veteran base is not going to ship. Veteran base will have its own bidding spot, and that auction I'll have to list probably tomorrow night on a 3-day listing to have it work out right, because I didn't manage to get it listed with the rest of the break, because originally I didn't really intend to list it as a separate bidding spot, but somebody asked for it, so I will. On Wednesday, we will also be starting early at 9:15. Here's what we're going to open. Impeccable Football, Immaculate Basketball, 5-Star Baseball, and Archives Baseball. Archives comes out on Wednesday, so does Hoops Basketball. But they're both base card heavy. We couldn't really work them both in, so we're going to do Archives Wednesday night. We'll do Hoops Thursday night. And on Archives, note that we're starting out with a half case. They are loose boxes from a shared case, okay? It matters to some of you it doesn't, but there it is. It also will say that in the listing description. So tonight, first up will be our autographed mini helmet half case break. And of course, our free shipping breaks always project to go out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. So their projected shipping date is a week from today, Friday the 26th. And if I can get it out a day or two ahead of that, you know I will. Sometimes I'm able to, sometimes I am not. On our paid shipping breaks, that happens to be our master case of Phoenix football. I am projecting that to get out the door on Wednesday. If it is possible for me to get it out sooner, I will. And of course, consolation cards, everybody's favorite topic. If you are in the free shipping break, which is the mini helmets, and your team is not one of the teams pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year in any series. and I just kind of grab it out of a box of cards for that team. And I do keep track of it for a rolling 90 days. Typically what happens is I would just send it to you the next time you have a package heading out. I would send you any consolation cards that you are due to receive. But if you're in that free shipping break and you don't want to wait, you'd like to have that card sent right away, the only thing you need to do is send me a little message and I'll take care of it. Of course, Phoenix, every team's going to have cards. We don't have to worry about consolation cards there. First up, 4 boxes of 2018 Leaf Autograph Mini Football Helmets. Half case break number 8. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Friday night, the 19th of October. You see there the team names are on one side. Your name is up in lights across from your team if you are the winning bidder. And of course, this is just for the mini helmets. And a new spreadsheet will go up before we start Phoenix momentarily. Last but not least, I am taking autofocus out of the picture. I set the focus manually, and that is why you see the background go out of focus. Now, since this is the back part of a case, we obviously have already got these out, you know, because we've opened the first half of the case, so we don't have to worry about taking these out, numbering them on the end and all that kind of stuff, because we've already got that covered. We know which ones we're opening, the only ones that are left out of this case. So who's in chat tonight? It looks like Jay Allen and Greg and Ryan. Ryan is trying to work his mojo for some Seahawks Russell Wilson. Okay. And Ezekiel is here saying, go Brew Crew. Milwaukee is, in fact, you know, kicking some butt tonight, I believe. S&S Design is here. And Jay Allen says, you're going to bid on that veteran base. Yeah, Jay Allen, it is going to be, I did kind of get a general idea of the weight. I had a break going out for Goodwin Champions that had about half the amount of cards in it that I think you would have in veteran base in that jumbo break. And it was, it was like an 8-pound box, I think it was. So you can figure that veteran base is going to be probably about double that. So you're probably talking about an 18, maybe 19, 20-pound box, something like that. So the shipping is going to be the most expensive part of that break. So just, yeah, be prepared for that. For the veteran base, I mean. Stefan Diggs is our first out. Nice little mini helmet there for the Vikings to get things started. And we have our Leaf authenticated hologram sticker on the back. Leaf COA down inside there. Of course, we had the unfortunate incident where we pulled one with no Leaf certification the other day. And Leaf is going to replace that, but they're telling the buyer it's going to be 6 or 8 weeks. And the buyer did not take too kindly to that. But you know what? That is outside of my control. But anyway, what are you going to do? At least they're going to fix it for him. That's the way I looked at it anyway. Next out, this is for the Arizona Cardinals. I've never known how to pronounce this guy's name. Well, Roger I can pronounce. Haha. It is Worley or something kind of similar to that. I think he's one of your Hall of Fame type guys. There's a Leaf COA in there and the matching sticker on the back. So a Cardinal and a Viking out thus far. Wavion, the veteran base, is not shipping in Topps Update. But just a reminder, everyone, check the listing descriptions. That's where I'm always going to say that, right about the spot where it talks about here's the date and time of the break, and right below it, it tells you what we're breaking and what quantity. It'll be right in that same area anytime we have a night where it, you know, where not every card ships. And there are going to be some of those coming up lately with all these base-heavy products. Henry Winkler. So this is a Waterboy helmet. And you know what that means. Yes, it means every team's going to have a shot at it because it's not for an actual real team. It's from a movie, character in a movie. So we'll use random.org to give that one out a little bit later. And everyone's got a shot at it. Jay Allen, you said you needed a Cardinal and a Titan. Well, we've pulled you Arizona Cardinals, so I guess you're looking for a Titan now. And J. Allen, those will not fit in a flat rate box. I mean, I don't think you have a concept of, you do, but yet you don't until you see them all together, like how many cards, 2,000 plus cards are. When they are stacked together and ready to ship, they are not going to fit in a flat rate box, my friend. I played around with it today. I only had half the number of cards that we're likely to have for that, and even they wouldn't work in a flat rate box. They might work in 2, but they're not going to work in 1. This is Joe Della, oh man. It's Joe for the Buffalo Bills. I'm not even taking a stab at that. Leaf authenticated sticker on the back. You've got a Leaf authenticated credit card size thing there in the middle. So we know where 3 of our teams are going: Cardinals, Bills, and Vikings. And then we've got this Henry Winkler signed helmet, which is, of course, I'm sure based on his character in Waterboy. So that one we're going to have to do a little random.org to make this one go to a brand new forever home. So here's why we're over on the spreadsheet. I'm going to simply copy all of the team names in there. And did I get them twice? No, I didn't get all of them, though. Good grief. Well, if I can manage to operate my mouse, I will copy all the team names. I'm going to bring you along with me. I'll actually move you over there first so I don't forget, and then I'll follow along behind you. And I'm going to paste them all into random.org. Here's what's going to happen. Because we have 32 entries in here, I do not see any reason to do multiple randoms. I usually will do it 3 times if we have 10 or fewer items in a list. When we have more than 10, which we do here, we have 32, I just do it a single time. So this is good luck to everyone. Whoever comes up in the number 1 spot after I hit randomize is going to get this little Henry Winkler signed helmet. So here we go. It is the Carolina Panthers. So Carolina Panthers are taking home the Henry Winkler. Yeah, Jay Allen, I have the largest size flat rate box here, and it's not even quite 12 by 12 by 8. I mean, trust me, man, I tried a bunch of different things today with something that's like half the cards that, I just can't fit 2,000, roughly 2,000 cards, maybe a little over, just aren't going to go in that flat rate box. I mean, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but they are not going to. So that's going to be the deal with those veteran base cards and that Topps update break. It's going to be expensive to ship. I mean, there's just no way around it. You're talking about an 18 to 20 pound box. It's going to be expensive. Buffalo Bills were next. That is Joe, whose last name I cannot pronounce. And of course the Panthers got the Henry Winkler by way of random. The Bills with this one. Next up, I'm kind of labeling these as I go so I can remember what's what for every break. A Cardinal with Roger, what I'm thinking is Worley, but maybe it isn't, but I think it's, well, it might not even be close to pronouncing it that way. But that's what I'm saying. I'm sticking to it. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And then Stefon Diggs for the Vikings was our last out. Oh, you saw another breaker the other night pull a Leaf helmet with no COA. Yeah, I mean, it turns out they're totally willing to replace it and, all that jazz and take care of the shipping in both directions. But apparently it takes 6 or 7 weeks. And my bidder absolutely had a breakdown over that. But what can you do? It's not like I personally, didn't certify it. So there you go. Sometimes it's just out of your control. I offered the guy a refund when he had such a breakdown over the length of time. And that didn't do it for him either. He thought I should give him $70 or a brand new mini helmet. So, okay. Yeah, well. Anyway, we are looking next at some Phoenix football. And it's a long break up ahead in the distance. Once again, projecting it to get out the door on or about Wednesday. If I can get it to you faster than that, I certainly will, but I don't know that I would totally count on that because it is a lot of cards and there's quite a bit ahead of it to ship still yet. So we're at a 16 box case, 2018 Panini Phoenix football. It's 2 8-box cases making up one master case. And of course, our team names there on the left. Our winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And I think everybody tonight, you guys were so good tonight. Everybody got everything paid on time. Didn't have to chase anybody down. It was all so nice. I love it. I hope that means that it is good karma for us, right? I think it does. I think it does. All right, let me get this giant case opened up here, and then we can get our first 8-box case out and underway as soon as I get gigantic case here up on the table. Okay, man alive. They wedge these things in there. Like, I know the idea is that they're not supposed to move around, which is cool, but yet, man, it's hard to get them out of that case. They do not make it easy on us. All right, now let's get our boxes out of here, hopefully without turning over the camera or the tripod, as I have been known to do from time to time. Not paying attention when I'm getting things out every once in a while. Can you imagine me running into the tripod? I know. So each one of our boxes is going to have a Color Burst Hot Pack in it. Those cards are not numbered, but they are multicolored. They're cool and fun to look at, but they are not numbered. However, there's a massive amount of numbered cards in here. And when I say massive, I mean massive. There's a lot of them. For the most part, I'm not going to read out all the numbers on the back because there's a lot, and they're really high numbered, a lot of them, you know, to 199 and 299 and all that stuff. You're going to see them, of course, the number, because they're pretty much always number side up. So you will see them, and I won't necessarily read those off unless they're lower numbered ones. You know, we see 10, 25, stuff like that. That we'll read off. But the other one, we probably won't too much. Yeah, Jay Allen, it is a massive amount of cards. There are 3,000 cards in that break. I'm reading back up in chat. I missed some of that. And of those 3,000 cards, here's how it's going to break down. There are probably about 100 or so per box out of the 6 boxes that are inserts or parallels. So that gets you down to, I'm going to say probably about 2,400. That's an estimate, but that gets you about to 2,400. Then you're going to peel out some of the rookies that'll be in there. That's probably going to get us down somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000, maybe a little more than. So I'm guessing between 2,000 and 2,200 cards. What I shipped out today, which was about probably half of that, about 1,200 cards or so. I took them and did a little test run to see what configuration I could get them in that large flat rate box. And those went, but with with no extra room whatsoever and very little packing, as in, like, I wasn't comfortable that they would arrive safely. So when you double that amount of cards, I pretty much know those aren't gonna ride in there, which is a shame because obviously the flat rate box makes life a lot easier. Latchman, you said you couldn't find any of my breaks on eBay today? Oh no, what happened? How did you look for them, Latchman? Did you go in as search by seller, or did you go into my eBay store, or how did you go in that you couldn't find them? Oh, you said the earliest one you saw is 4 days away. Wow, something is way wrong there then, Latchman, because you know I've got them up every day. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is an off day, but outside of that, they're up there every day. So I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. Buckeye for Fun is here. And Midway Monster wants to know who has the Bears, if anybody's interested in that. And Jeff is here. And I guess, yeah, I think that's everybody. Yeah, Latchman, I don't know, again, why it would come up that way. So, guys, you can see when these go through, there's your numbering on the back. And in general, unless that's a kind of a low number, I'm not going to read most of those off. That one is to 49, so obviously the 1 to 49 is worth reading off. But all these that are 199 and 299, there are loads of those. We're not going to read those off every time we run across one. But Latchman, here's what I can tell you. There's a couple of things. One is that sometimes eBay does mess up and it will not show everything in search results like it should. I thought that had been fixed, but if it hasn't been, sometimes you can just simply reload the page after you've got the search results and it will come up and show you. Cortland Sutton to 99. You've got an autograph and a little relic there starting things off for the Broncos. So sometimes you can do that and that will help it. Sometimes if you go to my eBay store, you'll find it there and you won't see it somewhere else if it's messing up. Then there are still other times when the best way to find it if it's not showing up is to go to search, and then you go to advanced search, and then you do search by seller, and then type in my username and put in, and then you have to change your sort though, so that you're looking at ending soonest rather than newly listed. So that Bradley Chubb, that one's to 99, so a little bit lower number on it. And here comes Kiki to 299, another autographed relic. That one coming out for the Texans. And if I didn't say it, guys, it's 2 autographs and 1 memorabilia card per box in here. Jair Alexander for the Pack. And Kyle Lauletta to 100. Kyle for the Giants. Yeah, Latchman, I am so sorry that you couldn't find those tonight. I wish you had shot me a message. I would have tried to help you out with them, but I know how that goes too. Sometimes that app acts up. I don't know why it was giving you grief today, but I am definitely sorry to hear that. And I don't know if that happened to other people today as well, but if it did, sometimes, as I said, when you just hit reload or refresh when you're right there on the results page, Tom Brady's to 75, it will then refresh and give you all the listings. So this is one of our color, I always want to say color rush. Let's try this again. Color burst packs. And they just, yeah, they look like that. They're super colorful. Not numbered, but still cool. A little Ronald Jones II. That one is to 25. So that's a very low numbered one. Oh, you said it saved you some money? Well, yeah, I guess there is that then, right? Well, you can always do with that explanation. I think is a good one. That is numbered to 75 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll just have to save up some hits for you and hit them in the next break, Latchman. That's what we'll do. Joshua, I don't know why I just shortened that on you. Joshua, you have the Giants in here, huh? So, we're looking for a little Saquon Barkley for you, I am sure. And hey, Greg, you're still on here, right, Greg? You had the Falcons, I think, in break number 1, didn't you? I think. I will wait for you to confirm that for me, but I think on Wednesday night in our first master case that you had the Falcons. You did have the Falcons. Okay, so here's the deal, Greg. You're going to get a card that you are not expecting to get, and it was Ito Smith. And the reason you're getting a card that you're not expecting to get is when I was cleaning up from the break and I was breaking down all the boxes to go to recycling, one of them had a pack that had slipped entirely behind the insert. So there was, it fell out when I trying to flatten the box. And so, of course, I opened it up, and lo and behold, there was an Ito Smith card in there. So you're getting an Ito Smith that you would not have seen in the break because I didn't know it was stuck in the box. Had slid all the way in behind the insert. So how crazy is that? But anyway, so yeah, you're going to have a little bonus. Eric, we have already finished up the helmets, my friend. They were first up tonight. And I see Buckeye for Fun already filled him in on that too. So thank you for that, Buckeye for Fun. Yeah, Greg, I thought that would make you happy. This is to 299. Eric, I don't know what you mean, not on the front page. I'm not sure what that means. Not on the front page. I am a little bit confused by what you're sharing with me there. Can you expound on that a little bit? Mike Gesicki to 125 for the Dolphins. Little rookie autograph and patch. Blake Bortles. That's another one. Like, what are they going to do, the Jags? What are they really going to do with Blake Bortles? I mean, are they just going to keep him forever? I don't know. Oh, you mean you can't find the break? Well, because we're still in the break, right? Yeah, I mean, we're still in the break, so that's why you can't find the break. We're still doing it, so it won't be uploaded or anything. This is the color burst pack that we just looked at. I mean, obviously, I can't upload it or do anything with it while we're still in it. So then once we finish up, it will be available, after that. So YouTube will archive the break when we finish it. And then they will have the archived version. That's numbered to 75, Calvin Johnson and the Lions. The archive version is usually available within, I don't know, I would say probably 2 or 3 hours after the break is over. And then sometime by this time tomorrow, I will have uploaded the other version to 25, David Johnson and the Cardinals. The only difference in what I upload and what is archived by YouTube is that I will add the title and the tags and all that stuff. I mean, obviously, it's the exact same video content, but I just add the title and tags. So that's the only difference. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Some breakers, maybe they stop. I don't know. There might be some that like do a product and then stop and upload that product and then do their next product. I mean, I don't know if anybody does that or not, but I would say most breakers probably do kind of what I do, which is if you're breaking more than one thing in a night, you just do the whole break start through, from start to finish, and then it's just all together on one video. To 75, that's Kalen Ballage and the Dolphins. But for sure, there might be some people that do it the other way. I don't know. Could be. But I can tell you who we hit, Eric, if it doesn't mess you up. T.Y. Hilton to 99 Colts. Tom Brady, no. Sony Michel. See, I just see the Patriots logo and I automatically have Tom Brady come out of my mouth. That is Sony Michel for the Patriots. It's numbered to 149. So, Eric, if you want to know who they are, we'll tell you. If you don't, that's cool too, man. Oh, you said no, and then Jay Allen typed it in. Whoops, I hope sorry, that is to 49. It's Cam Newton and the Panthers. I think he was trying to help you out, and those messages probably crossed over there in cyberspace. He was probably hitting enter about the time you hit enter. So just don't look at chat, man. That is to 199 for the Giants. And hey, if you've got the Browns, Nick Chubb, I mean, you guys know Nick Chubb's been doing pretty well for the Browns anyway, running back. Well, now he just moved up to running back number 1 for the Browns because they traded Carlos Hyde to the Jags. Yeah, they did. So Nick Chubb is about to be the main man. So if you got some of his cards hanging around there for the Browns, I'm turning it all the way upside down tonight. Make sure if there's anything in there that falls out. Card values might be going up if Nick Chubb has some good games. Oh, Eric, you had the Raiders. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We did not hit a Raider tonight. Yeah, who was the 4th one, J. Allen? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to sit here and think myself. Who was the 4th one? We had, let's see. It was Worley, and then the Water Boy. I can't even remember who they were. The guy whose name I couldn't pronounce. Where'd he go? Yeah, it's the guy whose name I can't pronounce. The Bills. The Bills. Did you say the Bills a while ago? No. See, that was the other one. So it was Cardinals, Vikings, Bills, and then the Water Boy random to the Panthers. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Eric, man, I am sorry about that. I will get another break of mini helmets up and running probably pretty soon. We'll probably break some more next week. And normally I do a lot more memorabilia than we're going to be doing over the next few days. And that's just simply because we have a lot of stuff right now that has a lot of cards in it. And a lot more stuff coming up in the days ahead that also have a lot of cards in it. And when that stuff takes so long to break, it's really hard to work other stuff in around it unless we want to do like a break that, you know, we all want to take a nap midway through. So I kind of I prefer to keep them like around an hour and a half, but realistically, a lot of times we hit 2 and sometimes we're lucky and we get done in 1, but a lot of times we're approaching or around 2, but I don't really like to go beyond that. So some nights we have to do like tonight, you know, one quick little break and then a whole big bunch of cards of something or another. You like illusions? Yeah, for sure. What did we do, guys? We did a couple of master cases of illusions. I think we did 2 master cases and then like an 8-box case maybe. We did a lot of XR for sure. We did those as full 15-box cases though, but we've already run through all that we had of that as well. This is our Color Burst hot pack right there. But of course, we're kind of running through Phoenix at a pretty good little clip because it was supposed to be Wednesday of next week originally that we had Prism football coming out. But they've moved it to Friday. So next Friday, we have Prism football coming out. So I'm trying to get caught up. On a bunch of stuff before Prism gets here, football-wise. Julio Jones to 25 for the Atlanta Falcons. This is Josh Rosen to 75 for the Cardinals. Their offensive coordinator got canned today, which, like, no doubt after that debacle against the Broncos, that was just, I mean, I was breaking, so, right, and you guys know I watched the baseball game really more than I just flipped over and looked at the score on the football game. But I did check out the recap later. To 299, it is another Sony Michel for the Patriots. So, yeah, it is no wonder that the OC got fired in Arizona because that performance was pitiful. And they hadn't been really very good all year. So, yep, OC's gone in Arizona. Little baby Josh Rosen, baby quarterback. Not that he's a baby, like, not that he's not tough. I don't mean it like that. I mean he's a new quarterback, a rookie. To 25, Jameis Winston. He's going to have to learn a new system and hope it's better than the last one. Andrew Luck to 75, Colts. And then, Greg, you said that you're glad we're chatting tonight. Oh, that other break was just horrible. I don't disagree with you on that. We won't be going through that again. I tell you right now, that was dreadful. Dreadful. So I agree with you, Greg. Mike Gesicki to 199. That's the Dolphins with a relic and an autograph. And Wavion said, has there been any Chiefs hits? I don't know about the numbered stuff, Wavion, but we haven't had any Chiefs come out in autographs or relics anyway. But there could for sure be some in numbered or, base or inserts or something like that. That I'm not sure about. Possibly, but not hits. Christine is looking for the Vikings. Skol, baby. I'm sure we'll find some Vikings before we're through our 16 boxes. Well, I say I'm sure, but I would imagine that we would. We usually find, it seems like, a few Vikings here and there. Greg, you only liked the encased cards in Illusions? Because to me, Illusions and Phoenix are kind of similar. I mean, the cards to me are kind of similar. The Illusions, of course, are thicker cards. They're more expensive, and they're a little thicker and like that. But as far as the design and the use of color and that sort of thing, in that sense, I think they're kind of similar. Okay, here we'll just start off with our Color Burst pack because it's right there in my hand. How handy is that it's the last one? I'll answer that it's very handy. I like it very much. Just saw a little score pop up that the Timberwolves beat the Cavaliers, so one would assume that maybe Jimmy Butler is happy tonight. Maybe he's calmed himself down. I don't know. What a mess, though. Good grief. And that's kind of bad, though, too, right? I mean, he just burned a trail through his teammates and the manager and the owner and everything, thinking he had forced their hand and he was on his way out the door, and then whoops, didn't get traded. Oh, that's got to be an uncomfortable place to play right now. But they say winning cures all. We'll see. That was Denzel Ward to 75, and there's a Derek Carr to 299. You said 3 cases so far, and you've been skunked in all of them. Oh, man, no, we can't have that happen. We've got to work your mojo tonight. We can't have you go, and we cannot have you go through 4 cases and get skunked. We need to have a little love for the Vikings tonight. To 199 there for J.J. Watt. Well, I agree with you, Wavion. I do like the encased cards in Illusions. I always like the encased cards in anything. But it's nice that in Illusions this year they made it so that all of those were autographed. So you knew when you pulled it, it was at least, it was not only going to be encased, but it was also going to be an autograph. So I thought that was a nice little improvement for Illusions. But you know, I mean, like, it's expensive, though. Like, well, sometimes they kind of charge you more than I think they should for some products. But what are you going to do? They know we'll pay it. Mason Rudolph to 49 for my Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Look at that relic. That is so nice. That is sweet. You know I like that. I like the relic better than the signature. There's something kind of wrong with me. I get it. But I do. I like a nice relic. Naheem Hines is here Well, he's not here in my house, but he's here in this pack. It's numbered to 75 for the Colts. But if he was here, I'd get him to sign a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. Right? We just have him sit down and sign away. And this is a Pittsburgh Steelers kind of box, apparently, because here's Jalen Samuels coming out to go along with that Mason Rudolph we saw a minute ago. Raptors beat the Celtics. Oh, really? And you said Kawhi Leonard went off? Like, okay, how many points are we talking about here? I forgot all about that. I forgot about that game was tonight. Daggone it, I wouldn't have minded seeing that. Wavion, I'm trying to think where we have hit some nice Kansas City Chiefs recently. In Flawless Collegiate, we hit some nice, I think we hit Pat Mahomes maybe out of the very first one. And I think some other Chiefs in there, but we've been doing pretty well with the Chiefs in Impeccable. We've pulled Pat Mahomes out of there, and we pulled, maybe it was Travis Kelce or somebody else that's along those lines. But we've had pretty good luck with Kansas City and those two recently. But I don't remember. I don't think we had any Kansas City Chiefs to speak of out of the first case of Phoenix. I mean, obviously cards, yes, but hits, I don't really think so. And you said you haven't had much luck in your basketball lately with the T-Wolves. Well, I know, right? Like, what are they going to do up there? I guess are they just not even trying to trade Jimmy Butler anymore, I don't think. Because I believe I saw a headline somewhere that said Pat Riley basically said, we're done. We're not going to keep trying to trade for him. And I think they were really about the only suitors that were willing to pay the price that Minnesota was asking. So, I don't know. Jeff, you said you got a Brian Dawkins 1 of 1 and Kiki 8 Kiki RPAs in the last 3 days. Tag on, man. Yeah, Kiki, well, listen, Kiki is, he's one we talked about preseason that, you know, we kind of thought after training camp that kid might heat up and be good. That was the Color Burst pack. And in fact, he is living up to that, heating up and is pretty good. So he also was not super hard to pull, so that helps things out a little bit too. Anthony Miller and the Bears. Anthony Miller is numbered to 149. Relic and autograph. But yeah, Kiki is one that is probably a good one to be selling some of right now if you have him stockpiled. And I think Nick Chubb, that's to 75, Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals. I think Nick Chubb's probably going to heat up now that he's RB1, assuming that he has another good game. I mean, he's had a couple of games recently that have been pretty good. There's Baker to 75 for the Browns. So he's one to get ready to start selling. And you know, I found, you guys, if I ever have time to go through everything that's here, goodness only knows what all we're going to find. But I did find, oh, why'd I just blank on the name of it? Origins, right? Yeah, Origins. I just found some of that. First off the line Origins that I forgot I had. So we might open that sometime soon. That's to 100 Traquan Smith and the Saints. But it's only a few boxes. I didn't get a full case or even a half case. I think I only, you know, they were limiting you to what you could buy. And I think it was maybe only like 4 boxes or something. Michael Gallup to 10 for the Cowboys. So I'll have to figure out what to do with those. Or I could just decide to open them myself, get a wild hair, you never know. But we might open that for too long. I've got to do that leaf mixer. You know, got a bunch of different leaf products I want to put together. And we'll do that. You know, I've got all this stuff I want to do, and then we keep getting all these products with 80 million cards in them, and then it's like, who has the time? So I don't know. We have to create a few more days in the week or hours in the day or something. Try to make it happen. Jaleel Scott and the Ravens to 99. And to 25, it's Jordan Reed for the Washington Redskins. My screen keeps trying to... All my screens are trying to time out on me. Jeff says, you're looking for an Evans, huh? All right. Looking for Evans. Well, we'll have to see. That's to 99. Jerry Rice to 10. We all love Jerry Rice. He is a 49er. Like, even if you didn't like the 49ers, maybe even if you didn't like Jerry Rice, you still kind of have to appreciate how incredibly talented the guy was. Well, I mean, I don't guess you have to, but I think most people would. Well, Buckeye for fun, I know. And I have done that some in the past where I will take like a Saturday or a Sunday or something and we'll just roll through a whole bunch of breaks and I'll do some stuff like that. But the biggest, well, there's 2 obstacles. One of them is I've got to put them together in some sort of groups and create the listing. That has some time challenges in and of itself. And then I've got to take the pictures of whatever the grouping is and that sort of thing. So that is one of the main reasons that I don't get it done in a timely manner. But I have a lot of stuff like that I need to do. We could do more. I've got some strata breaks that we could do from 13, 14, and 15 strata football. Of course, I've still got Topps Chrome from 13, 14, and 15. But that did not break well, and that cost me a bunch of money. I lost a bunch of money on that one. So I will either sell those boxes probably or open them myself. And then there's all kinds of other just odd lot stuff. Baseball, football, basketball from all kinds of different years. And it's like everywhere. And I need to get it corralled. But I just haven't gotten it done yet. Jeff, you said you hate PC breaks. You're talking about personal collection breaks? Is that what you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, this is all the stuff I'm talking about is not really personal collection stuff. That was all Color Burst pack right there. It's stuff that at some point I bought in odd lots for a reason. Like I bought the other stuff was because it was first off the line. And like the Chrome, I probably at one point in time had in half case lots. And at some point I did partial breaks or I did them as a mixer or whatever. And then now I'm left with weird amounts. And so I do stuff like that sometimes. Or I was buying lots of stuff from the card store, you know, and then he would just have, a handful of boxes of this or a handful of boxes of that. And I'd go in to pick up something else and he, you know, he would be, oh, look at this. Okay, I'll buy it. And, you know, it happened kind of like that over the course of time. But anyway, I've got to start putting some stuff together with that. And I'll make it fun. We'll have some fun groupings when I get it done. It won't be all just blah. We'll do lots of stuff together. Wavion, the color bursts are parallels. It is by definition a parallel of the base card, the color bursts are. They are not numbered. I've not seen any that are numbered. So as to the best of my knowledge, they are not. Maybe there are some one-of-one parallels or something out there that I don't know about in the color burst. But otherwise, yeah, they are themselves a parallel, because they have that extra little burst of color for us there. This is Robbie Anderson to 50. That is a traveling back in time hit for the Jets. You have got a 2-color relic and autograph there for Robbie Anderson. I don't remember. How long is Robbie Anderson, like, I don't remember the last time I saw Robbie Anderson anything. Hasn't he been around for like 100 years? Not really 100 years, but it seems like he's been around for a long time. So maybe he hasn't been, but it feels to me as though he has. You're saying you think the inserts are cards that were unnumbered, different cards from the base. Well, an insert is typically, an insert and a parallel can be very similar. A parallel is typically going to be like this. This is a parallel. It's numbered to 299. So it's an Aaron Rodgers base card, but with some different coloring on it. So again, I think that color burst is pretty much the same thing. It's a different color pattern of the same card. Deshaun Watson, that is numbered to 100. An insert would be, like for instance, hang on, this card. That, for instance, is an insert because it's clearly a completely different card. It's called Quarterback Vision. So, to me, that's the definition of an insert versus a parallel. Now, maybe some other people have a different definition, but that's my definition. So from where I sit, I consider color burst to be parallels, but maybe, maybe not everybody defines it that way. Numbered to 80, there is Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Buckeye for fun. That is a good point. Buckeye for fun. See, that's where that pack was stuck the other day, except it was all the way down under the insert. Ha, they're not getting me today, buddy. Nobody. I know that can be under there now. So Buckeye for fun is making another point. So let's find one. This one, for example. That is an insert, and it is also the color burst parallel. So it says unmatched, so we know that is an insert. That's not just a standard base card. And then obviously the color burst part of it is the parallel part. So it is possible, yes, to have inserts that are also parallels or parallels that are also inserts. So did that help any or not really? Did we just make it more confusing? So, I don't know. Maybe we just made it more confusing. We probably did, but it'll make more sense as you see more cards, I think, Wavion. You're saying you're kind of getting back into collecting and that sort of thing, and for sure it just, even though I'm probably doing a terrible job trying to explain it, I think it will make more sense as you see more cards. But parallels can be numbered and they can be unnumbered. They can just be a different color, or they can be a different color with a number, or they can be numbered in no different color, whereas an insert is usually a completely different something. Like the one we saw that said Quarterback Vision, or the one that we saw that said unmatched, or whatever. Those are both inserts, which again can also be parallels as well as inserts. Okay, so there is our color burst one more time that just went through all of those, the standard. Numbered to 99, it's Mike Hughes. Buckeye for Fun says some of the color burst inserts, the color burst parallel inserts, some of them, he says, can be 1 in 40 boxes, which would be 1 in every, what, 3-4 cases? Something like that. So some of those apparently can be a little harder to hit. According to Mr. Buckeye for Fun, who usually is way up on that kind of stuff and keeps us on the straight and narrow in terms of what we need to know about stuff like that. So see that one we just looked at that said quarterback vision, that would be an insert. Calvin Ridley to 299. Another Mason Rudolph. Wow, this one to 100. That one's just a relic, though. No ink on it. Jeff, you just got back into collecting last year as well? So, yeah, lots changed, right? I mean, I don't know how long you had stepped away, but if it was more than, you know, a decade or so, if it was more than 10 years or so, you probably came back about like I did when I came back a few years ago, and I was like, wow, what? Whoa. You know what? Ton of stuff had changed since the last time I had actively collected. It was kind of crazy. But, you know, I think we had this conversation a little bit the other night, too. I think Jay Allen was actually the one who kind of put the time frame on it, in that I think a lot of us kind of stepped out when we started getting that crazy stuff in the 90s where there was just such a massive oversupply of everything, and the interest level for, I think, a lot of people really went down at that point. To 75, that is a handsome patch for the Dolphins, Mike Gesicki, and that is sweet. Dolphins are kind of cranking tonight, aren't they? I mean, they do really, frankly, hit quite a bit anyway in the, it's to 49. Carson Wentz and the Eagles. But the Broncos and the Dolphins both hit a lot in 2018 football, but Dolphins in particular tonight are really hitting a lot, as a matter of fact. Why didn't I was getting ready to slide that off the table. I guess you probably want to look at it first, huh? I would say so. Yes, Jeff, it is definitely way more fun now. That one's to 75. Yeah, it was just a mass, everything was so mass produced, and it just got to be too much. To 199, the Steelers are having a nice break. There's another Jalen Samuels autograph and relic. It just got to be where just nothing seemed like it had much value, and there was such an oversupply of everything. I think that's when a lot of people kind of said, never mind. And if you are of a certain age, if you're kind of, if you're in my age range, maybe, we also probably were taking a break to get careers and families started and all that kind of stuff that doesn't give you enough extra money to indulge in things like this when you're buying houses and paying for school and all that fun stuff. Buckeye's warning Jeff that it's addictive. Yeah, you're not kidding. It's crazy. So like tomorrow, when I'm not breaking tomorrow night, which most of you know I break most nights, it's kind of rare for me to not break. So at some point tomorrow night, I can almost guarantee you that somewhere along the way, I'll get the itch to open something, and I'll just dive into something that's here at the house. That'll be like one less thing that'll go into a mixer, because I'll probably open it. Because I'm used to opening something every night. And I like to. And I probably will tomorrow night too. It just won't be on a live stream. It'll just be me going, what do I want to open? And I'll grab something and there it'll go. I don't know. I might get into some of that Bowman Chrome though. I do still have some Bowman Chrome down there, and I have not really opened that for myself yet. And that's kind of burning a hole in my pocket, so to speak. So I don't know. I could end up in some Bowman Chrome tomorrow night, which could prove to be very expensive depending on how much of a tear I go into. So I guess I better hope that my Kentucky Wildcats play a good game tomorrow night, because if they do, they'll keep me occupied and I won't go crazy. If they don't play well and I get frustrated and I don't watch the game as closely, then I'm likely to open a lot more stuff. So there you go. That's the hazard, right? We should probably just go out and watch the game, and that would keep me out of trouble. But I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Kerryon Johnson, the nice rookie for the Lions, numbered to 249, autograph and relic. You're in a support group. He types in, "Hi, my name is Buckeye, and I love breaking." I swear we do need a support group, don't we? It feels like it sometimes. Breakers Anonymous. I don't know. That's too funny, though. I definitely fall into that category. We have a redemption. You know what that means. It's going to sit right there. It's going to hang out there face down until the end of the break, and then we'll flip it along with any others that we find between now and then. I know, I leave you on the hook, don't I? How awful. But it is kind of fun to have a little anticipation, right? Numbered to 100, Michael Gallup and the boys. So this, of course, our first 8-box case, meaning we've got 8 more to go. We'll get into them in a hot second once we get through the last of this pack, or packs, whatever this, however many packs this represents that we still have to look through. Then we'll get into our other 8-box. And see what fabulousness awaits us there. That is numbered to 75. It's Zeke for the boys. Larry Fitzgerald, 199, Arizona Cardinals. We pulled a lot of Larry Fitzgerald numbered cards tonight for some reason or another. I know Joshua's looking for the Barclays and Jeff is looking for his Evans, and I know we got to figure it out, don't we? So let me get our other 8-box case up there. For this moment in time, where can we set this guy? Let's just set him. Well, he's going to be in the way no matter where I set him. We're going to set him for the moment on our pile of hits, and I'm going to move him. Well, you can't see him there, though, can you? So we'll set him there, and then I'll move him back over there after I get all these boxes out. But first, I have to have somewhere to sit all those boxes, and then we'll move him back around. Alrighty, here comes 8-box case number 2. If I can get the 8 boxes out, that is. Ay, come on. Okie dokie. I could build an entire village of cardboard with everything, we have opened this week. I'm not even talking about the cards. I'm talking about all the packaging. It would be like a massive amount. Alrighty, let's get started here on 8-box case number 2. Wavion, they were both the same guy last time. And who was it? I can't even remember who the guy was. Who was it, guys? Help me out. It was 2 redemptions, and they were both the same guy. I can't think who the guy was, though. Isn't that awful? I know. That one's like all crushed up inside. I don't know what they do with their inserts. But, like, how'd that get like that? I'd like to know. I don't think they designed their guts of their boxes very well. Packs sliding around and going under inserts and behind things. And Jeff, you said, what box are we on? And then he says, hashtag vodka. We're on box number 9 of 16. Hey, man, I warned you. I told you it was going to take a while. I said, get provisions. Always got to bring snacks when you're settling in for a long one. But we're actually about on time because we did the mini helmets first, which took us, what, maybe 15, 20 minutes by the time we opened them and did the random and all the stuff we did at the top of the break. So I'd say we're about on time. We'll probably finish up right around the 2-hour mark, I would imagine. So, not too far off the mark. Mark, you said added 3 more to the jersey. What do you mean added 3 more to the jersey? I don't know what you're telling me with that, and I'm sorry, Mark. Sometimes I just look over and I see something and I know it should probably connect back to something that we were just talking about, but yet my mind goes blank. That was the Color Burst pack that we just looked at. And now I can't think what it is that we're talking about when we say added 3 more to the jersey. So you're probably going to have to refresh my memory a little bit, man. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it was Darius Geis. Yeah. That's to 75 Buffalo Bills. Yeah. Darius Geis, Redskins. That sounds vaguely familiar. Mike White and the Cowboys. Dallas. What was that number to? 149. Surely to goodness we won't get the same guy again. I mean, I guess we could, but that's to 99. Kansas City Chiefs. But I mean, I hope not. I don't want to... Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a whole other break and a whole other person owns the team. So I take that back. I didn't mean that, universe. I didn't. I'm just thinking about the fact that we had so many in the other break, but of course, obviously, completely different person owning the team in this break. So retract, universe, I'm retracting my comment. To 100 is Dante Pettis and the 49ers. So really what we're looking for is just a big booming hit. That's always the hope when we have a redemption. We always hope that it's going to be something fantastic. In XR, they often were. We pulled, in fact, in the one break, we pulled 2 different Baker Mayfield redemptions out of there, and one of them was a 1 of 1, the best I remember. So sometimes we get multiple redemptions that are awesome out of the same box or case. Sometimes not as much. Brewers 5, Dodgers 2. So the Brewers haven't scored anymore in all this time? What have they been doing, man? They had 5 like a decade ago. Well, I guess they're kind of holding the Dodgers more or less in place too, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And I really don't know what's wrong with me anyway. I like the Dodgers. And up until the time that they've been playing the Brewers, I would have said that I wanted the Dodgers to win. But there's something about the Brewers that's just so much fun to watch, and I really enjoy watching them, that, I don't know, somehow mentally it's kind of flipped over in my head, and now I keep kind of secretly thinking that I want the Brewers to win, and I don't really know why. But I caught myself just doing it then. I'm thinking, oh, well, at least, they've held the Dodgers to 2. And it's like, wait a minute. I wanted the Dodgers to win when this thing started. To 75, it is Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the Green Bay Packers. But I will also admit that I kind of secretly wanted the Red Sox to win. I like the Astros, mind you, because they're our single A team used to be affiliated with the Astros. So, like Altuve and those guys came up through our single A team. So, I like the Astros for that reason, because of some of those guys. But yet, I kind of like Devers and some of the young guys, Benintendi on the Red Sox, and I felt like they were a little bit of an underdog, and the Astros won last year, so I kind of secretly wanted the Red Sox too. I don't know. The best card someone has gotten from Phoenix, I don't know. I've only opened the one master case of it, and to tell you the truth, Jeff, I couldn't even remember what we got out of there, as is evidenced by the fact that someone had to remind me what our redemptions were. So I don't know. What are you guys saying there? Buckeye watched part of a 2-case break, and they had a total of 4 1-of-1s. That's nice. That's good. Steven, the first day, pulled a 6-of-10 Barkley patch. That's very nice. Buckeye, you said if your team isn't in it, you root for the small market teams. I do have a little bit of an underdog vibe. I do often lean towards the underdogs. But yet I'm kind of surprised that I'm all of a sudden feeling like I want the Brewers to win, because I do like the Dodgers. Despite being a diehard Cincinnati Reds fan, I also like other teams. And the Dodgers, I lived out there for a while, so I do like the Dodgers. But the Brewers are just kind of fun. They're kind of fun to watch, so I don't know. Jeff, a 1-of-1 Brian Dawkins and a dual patch autograph of Zach Ertz and Aguilar. Oh, that's nice. Greg hit a Mayfield. Yeah, we hit a Mayfield tonight, too, of course. Here's our Color Burst pack. Going along the way there. All right, let's see who we've got here. There's Troy to 199. I also don't know why some of those they can't manage. Some of them they number straight across the back. Some are up in the corner. One of our hits got replaced. Boo, Panini, we don't like that. 250 reward point card. It will be awarded via random.org at the end of the break. I want to say maybe we might have gotten lucky. I don't think did we have any of those in the first case? I can't remember, guys. Did we? Or not? Sometimes you get lucky and you get a case without one. Sometimes you get unlucky and get a case with a bunch of them. Another Kerryon Johnson. This one is to 25 for the Lions, and that is a sweet little relic right there. Oh, I wish that was signed for the Lions, but you know what? I do like that relic, and to 25 is nice low number as well, so nothing to cry about on that one. That's for the Buccaneers. I think that's it. That's a $2.99 on it, or $1.99. I think it's a $2.99. Greg said no, we didn't have any of the points in the first case. I didn't think we did, but I wasn't 100% sure. That one's to 99 for the 49ers. Matty Ice, $2.99 Falcons. To $2.99. To 75, Marlon Mack and the Colts. Dang, here comes another Pittsburgh Steeler. I mean, the Steelers have been just crushing this break tonight, I have to say. And they're about to hit again to 249. It is James Washington. James is not coming along as quickly as I thought that he would. I thought he would be a pretty solid second or third option, and I thought that we would have maybe seen more production out of him than we have so far this year. But I mean, there's a ways to go yet, but I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen more production out of him. But then again, the offense in general has had a weird sort of vibe to it, hasn't it? I mean, AB's not getting the ball that much, but yet where is it going? It's going a lot to the tight ends. And James Conner's getting it a lot, but I don't know. I don't know where the ball goes. Buckeye, I don't think the Steelers... Wow. I just tore the whole top off. I didn't mean to, but I did. I don't think that the Steelers had a whole lot in the first case of this, did they? Well, I don't remember them having a whole lot in the first case anyway. Yeah, I mean, the Steelers do have a lot of options. I don't disagree with you on that, but I did kind of expect James Washington to be more involved than he has been up to this point. So, I don't know. We'll see how it shakes out, I guess. If stupid Le'Veon ever comes back, then we'll have to reconfigure things again. And you know he's coming back. I mean, because he's not going to just walk away from being able to be a free agent next year. So, worst case scenario, he's back by week 10. And then that'll just mess everything up again. And you can see pictures of his stupid fat face. You know he's not even in shape. Down there partying in Miami. All over the place. So, yeah. Old dude will get back and be all fat and out of shape. And it'll take us 2 or 3 weeks to get him sorted out. And then the season will be over. And we'll have to pay him that money. Which just makes me mad. But that was our color burst pack. But in the meantime, I guess the good news is he saved us all kinds of cap space. Like, all kinds of cap space. Because every week we don't have to pay him is a week that we can pocket that money. Sam Darnold, rookie rising to 15, baby. Woohoo! The Jets to 15 with Sam Darnold. That is a nice one. Wavion, you said you think the Broncos and the Steelers are in more than anybody else in 2018 football. The Broncos are in a lot. They have a lot of rookies that turned out to be pretty good and made the team. So, yeah, they're in a fair amount. The Dolphins are in. They only have really the couple of rookies that you get very much. Sometimes you still get Minka, but not as much. It's to 49. Josh Rosen and the Cardinals. But for sure, lots of Broncos, usually a pretty good amount of Dolphins. There's usually a pretty good amount of Packers. And the Steelers seem to me to be hit or miss. Some cases you're going to find in some products tons and tons of Steelers, and then other times not as much. So they're more hit or miss than the others, than the Broncos, I think. And certainly the Dolphins and the Packers, but Midway Monster is here. Hey, Midway, we have not... Oh, we have hit a bear, I think. Didn't we hit Anthony Miller earlier, guys? Help me out, guys. Julio Jones and the Falcons on that relic. Yeah, I think we had an Anthony Miller. That's to 75. It's Christian Kirk and the Cardinals. I believe that we did. But of course, you know, when we eventually wander our way to the end of the break, we'll recap it. We've got a little ways left to go, but we're making pretty good progress, I think, all things considered. You know, it's always the numbered cards slow things down, even if you don't read off every number. Just stopping to look at every number and having to set the stack back down and pick the card up and like that adds quite a bit of time when you factor the number of times you do it per box, per case, and etc. That's where all of our time goes. Yeah, the Packers is a lot. It is a lot of Jamon Moore, but Marquez Valdez Scantling comes out a pretty good amount for the Packers as well. Actually, that is to 75. It is Duke Dawson. You don't pull him as much for the Patriots. Speaking of our friend J. Dot to 299. I guess we hadn't seen him yet. He heard us talking about him and decided to show up. There is Jamon Moore. I don't think it's even possible to break a case of any 2018 football without at least one Jamon Moore. I really, truly, literally do not think that it's possible. I don't think we had a case of anything that hasn't had Jamon Moore. Maybe Impeccable. Ooh, I have to think about that. Yeah. I think we've opened Impeccable with no Jamon Moore. So, yeah, I have to back the train up. He's not in everything. Steven's asking about Colts hits. I'm pretty sure we had Nyheim Hines. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm probably 95% sure that there was a Nyheim Hines at the very least. I don't think we've pulled Doris Fountain yet. Pretty sure. I'm just trying to mentally go back through these hits. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think Nyheim Hines, yes. I don't think we've hit Fountain. Although we could have. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember them all. A lot of them to look at in any given case. All right, well, we'll look at our Color Burst pack first here. And then there is to 299 a little Alex Smith. Man, Mike White for the boys. Everything's wanting to spin away on me. We have a 1/1 Calvin Johnson coming out for the Detroit Lions. So there's a handsome 1/1 headed your way if you've got Detroit. Pretty. I always like our 1/1s. Pretty, pretty. Kalen Ballage again. Rashad Penny to 25. Haven't seen Rashad in here very much lately. Nice relic for the Seahawks. All right. We are making progress. We're at the almost the halfway point of the second 8-box case. Somebody typed in there a minute ago that there was a 2-case break of this. Man, that would take a long time. To 199, that is a Panther, and it is DJ Moore. I mean, what did a 2-case break of this take? What, probably 3 hours or something? That's a lot for one sitting. Of course, we're going to find out when we do that update jumbo. I'd say that is probably about a 2-hour break, maybe a shade over. And the only reason it's as fast as it will be is because all the hits are right in the middle of the pack. That's to 75. And since Veteran Base isn't shipping, we don't have to spend an inordinate amount of time looking at that. We can almost just, fly through the early part of that, get right to that little Tootsie Roll center, if you will, for those of you who remember that advertisement from way back in the day. And that's where we will find all of our autographs and short prints and parallels and the whole shebang. Oh, man. Another hit replaced with rewards point. We have 2 of those now. At least they're each to 250 points instead of the lower point ones. So I guess something to be said for that, I suppose, right? So you said they started at 6 and they ended at 9:45. So it took them more than 3 hours then. 3 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, that's long. That's really long. Because we're going to do, well, it'll take us, what? By the time you factor out the mini helmets and the intro and all that, for us to do a 16-box master, yeah, I guess that's about right. It's probably going to take us an hour and a half anyway, or close to it. Yeah, I could probably do 2 cases in 3 hours, about. Oh, they did breaks in between. So they would like break an 8 inner and then take a break and do another 8 inner and take a break and like that. Did they leave the feed up when they took a break? Or they cut the feed and then came back and did the next 8 box? That seems kind of an unusual way to do it, but hey. Unless they just left the feed up and then you just knew they were going to come back and well, but even so, I don't know. Interesting. Wavion, you do not like the football relics, as in you mean the piece. You mean as in you don't like when you get a piece of the football as the relic, or you mean you just don't like the relics in this product in general? Oh, the ball in particular. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you get the right piece of it, I mean, sometimes you get a piece of it with, you know, Wilson or some of the writing or stuff on it. But frankly, that's what all this stuff is. You say they just hand it to the guy and he gives it right back. Well, listen, I hate to burst your bubble, but that's exactly what happens with all these uniforms, too. Unless it says game used, which a lot of this does not. That was our color burst. That's all they've done anyway. I mean, the guy will be sitting there signing cards and, you know, they'll say, put this on, take this off, put this on, take this off, you know, so the guy might put on 15 jerseys in 5 minutes, or, you know, put on whatever else they're going to have, the shoes or the gloves or whatever. So none of it is really, unless it says game used on it, which are not super common, they're all just kind of on and right back off. Kyle Lauletta to 99 for the Giants. But speaking of game used, you guys know what's coming back this year after being gone last year? Playbook football, baby. Oh, yeah. I missed Playbook last year. And I thought they were just, that was it. We were going to be done with it for good. But nope, I saw a pre-sale come up, or a pre-order notification come up for Playbook. So yes, we're going to have it for 2018. Pretty cool, for me anyway. To 75, Alex Smith, Redskins. I've always been a fan of Playbook. Kerryon Johnson to 100 for the Lions. It's a little pricey, though. I will say that. It is a little pricey this year for Playbook. Although it was kind of pricey in 2016, too, which was the last year we had it. But anyway, I'm glad it's back. So I'm looking forward to seeing a little Playbook come out. Big Ben Roethlisberger, 199. Quarterback vision. My Pittsburgh Steelers. Calvin Ridley, Falcons. Cortland Sutton to 75 for the Broncos. Hey, we have another one of one coming. See, that's why we've got all these dumb rewards points in there, because we've gotten 2 1-of-1s. So now they've offset it with 2 rewards points. That's exactly what they did. Sneaky over there at Panini, aren't they? Kenyon Drake, 1-of-1, Miami Dolphins. Oh, I just knew it. I was like, oh, this one's going to be the NFL Shield. Yes, it is. You all know I love pulling that NFL Shield. But here's the thing I don't love as much. It's a sticker autograph, but I really don't care because it's my handsome NFL Shield. 1-of-1, Kenyon Drake, Miami Dolphins. Boom. Shield makes me happy. Roquan Smith. And Christian Kirk /99 for the Arizona Cardinals. Cam Newton /75 for the Panthers. Losoni Michel. All right, we have 3 boxes left. So we've done 13. Look at that. Lucky box 13 had our 1-of-1 NFL Shield. Now we've got 3 left. Live Music is here. Hi, Live Music. Were you logged in earlier and I didn't see you and I didn't say hi to you? I just now saw you, though. Hey, Greg, do you have the Dolphins tonight? I know you buy the Dolphins a lot. Do you have them tonight? Is that NFL Shield coming to you? I don't remember who had the Dolphins. But whoever it is, they definitely got their money's worth. Nothing really went very high tonight for whatever reason. So I think as long as you pull something, most people are in pretty good shape tonight. A few teams, of course, obviously went higher than others, but a lot of it went a bit on the low side tonight, I thought. I better get my big pile of wrappers out of the way. Wavion, you said this means you are 29 boxes into Phoenix without a Chiefs hit. I want to see, though, you can't give up until we're done. You still got this. We've got a redemption. You can't give up yet, man. You don't know yet that you're out of luck. /299, Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But for sure, some teams, more readily come out of certain products than other teams. You can usually get a kind of an idea when you look at the checklist how that stuff breaks out. A little Bradley Chubb relic. Actually, it's a big relic for Bradley Chubb and the Broncos. Actually, quite a large patch. /149, that's the Dolphins. Here is James Washington again for the Steelers. This one's numbered /25. Dang, man, Steelers are crushing it. That relic is interesting. I don't know what it's from. It's not like part of the jersey, I don't think. It must be part of a shoe or something. It's kind of slick. It's not a cloth relic, or at least doesn't appear to be. I didn't obviously stick my fingers on it, but it does not appear to be a cloth relic. All right, here's our Color Burst pack right there that just went by. And I'm going to have to make a new stack. My Color Burst was getting too tall over there on me. Simmie Cobbs Jr., 75, Redskins. Greg says, you've seen enough of the Steelers. You don't want to see any more Steelers tonight. Okay. Joshua, you said that's part of the helmet? Really? Like, I would think it'd be easier to cut up a shoe than the helmet, but maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. It probably is part of the helmet, but like, how are they even shaving that off of there? Numbered /25. That is Jimmy Graham and the Green Bay Packers. That is numbered to 75. It's Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals. Ezekiel Elliott to 199 for the boys. You said you see James Washington in every break, huh? To 299. Man, there is another rewards point. I hope that means we're going to find another one of one. Because now we've had 3 hits replaced with rewards points. So, that'd be cool, though, if they want to throw us another one of one. It'd be all right with the switch out then. But if not, then I'm going to have to protest. Oh, it says on the back of the card what it's from? Okay, I didn't look at that. To 299 for the Dolphins. You guys have got the eagle eyes, and you caught that, and I did not. Barry Sanders, Lions to 49. Blake Bortles, yikes. Jags, 299. 2 boxes left. Take one down, pass it around. That's what, for some reason, that's what went through my head. You know the song 99 Bottles? Yeah, of course you do. And that's what just went through my head. You think the Chiefs hits became the Panini points? Well, I hope not. I mean, how heavily populated is the checklist for your Chiefs? Like, how many options do you have? I haven't looked at the team breakout for this product because obviously I know every team is in it, and I didn't even look at the breakout. But what does your breakout look like? I mean, are there just 1 or 2 Chiefs options in the product, or are there lots of them? I don't know. Scott's coming in to boo us from the sidelines. Hi, Scott. Scott, I picked up some more, what do you call it? What the heck have we just been opening in basketball? Well, I keep wanting to say impeccable, which is what we're opening in football. Immaculate. So I've got another case of immaculate football coming my way. Basketball, I mean, coming my way. I think it'll be here tomorrow. We had another case or 2 of it to break anyway, but I got a call today with one of my reps who had an extra case and wanted to know if I wanted to buy it, and I said, yes I do, ring it up please. So it's going to be here pretty soon. One more to open. I think we've already got the next break. The next break's already up for Immaculate Basketball. It's going to be Wednesday. We're going to do a bunch of stuff on Wednesday right before we do Archives, which is a Wednesday release, because we're only going to do Archives as a half case that first night. Our Color Burst pack right there just went by. So you have 5 players for autographs and 1 for a patch. All right. And of course, depends too, that's to 75, Peyton Manning as a Colt. Depends on which players they are too, as to how frequently they'll come out. Are they rookies or established or what? That's to 75. And that just simply has to do with the price of including their autographs. Because where your checklist being mostly autographs and fewer options as just a relic means that, you know, obviously most of your hits are going to come out as autos, and depending on who your autos are will tell me probably how likely they are to come out. Antonio Brown to 75 for the Steelers. Like Pat Mahomes, he's not going to come out very often because his autograph is going to be expensive these days, so he's not going to be in there as often. Unless they kept a bunch of his signatures, had him sign a bunch of extra under his cheap rookie deal, then maybe. Gesicki to 75, Miami Dolphins. That is to 199 Dolphins. Mostly vets. Yeah, see, there's going to be your issue because that's to 99. There are certain products, Wavion, where you're much more likely to pull out veterans at a higher rate. And those are probably what you would do better with for your Chiefs this year because you don't really have a lot in the way of rookies. That's to 199, Bradley Chubb. This is to 25 for the Kansas City Chiefs, Tony Gonzalez. So at least it's a nice low number parallel to 25. But for sure, anybody who has a weaker rookie class, or if your rookies are mostly defensive players and you don't have a lot of offensive players, you're not likely to pull as many hits out of a product that is rookie heavy like this. But then when you get into some other things where the checklist expands and you have more veteran options, you're going to have better luck in general. Does that make sense? Because obviously the rookies, that's to 149, sign for a lot less money than the other people do. So the Patriots, Ted Johnson, numbered to 99. There's your retired guy is the Patriots with Ted Johnson to 299 on the Von Miller. There's a little Josh Rosen to 299. This is Calvin Ridley to 49. You all know I like my Calvin Ridley, so I think that is a nice hit for the Atlanta Falcons with Calvin Ridley. Panthers to 299. I guess you would like to see the front of it. I was just getting ready to move it. I guess you did want to see the front. Joe Namath to 299. Last box mojo, kids. We are on our last box, but we will have housekeeping to do after the fact. We've got 3 different 250 rewards points cards to open and a redemption. Midway Monster, but you do have a Bears hit in here, I think. I think you have an Anthony Miller. That's what I was telling you earlier. I think you do. We'll double check it, of course, when we recap, but I'm pretty sure you do. I don't think that you are, I don't think you're in, as you say, jack squat territory on this one. Scott, you hit a Sam Darnold jumbo patch in absolute. Nice. I didn't think you broke much in the way of football. Have we converted you, Scott, to, have we converted you to a football card fan now too, huh? Oh, you know what else, Scott? I don't think I remember to tell you this. Basketball this year is going to be certified proper, not totally certified. You know, there's obviously there are 2 different products. Certified I've always liked way better than totally certified. And this year for basketball, they're not going to make totally certified. They're going to make regular certified. So I thought that was kind of cool. I was glad to see that change. So that'll be coming up somewhere on the horizon. And of course, we've got hoops coming out next week too, Scott. We're not going to break it on Wednesday, which is release day, because I'm going to break archives. We'll probably break it Thursday for hoops. 18-19 hoops, of course. And I will most likely break it by the half case, which is going to be just horrendous. I am just so dreading it because it's going to take forever plus an hour. So if you imagine how long forever is, add an hour to it, and that's how long it's going to take us to break a half case of hoops. But that's what we're going to do, I think. And it will be another one where veteran base won't ship. We'll ship inserts and rookies and autographs and relics and hits and that kind of sort of thing. But we're not going to ship veteran base. So it's going to be probably Thursday night, Scott, and we'll probably break nothing but that. Maybe that in a jersey or something, because it's going to be so long. And we'll start early, too. Cortland Sutton to 199. That's the Denver Broncos. This is to 199 Falcons. Number to 75. It's LaShawn McCoy and the Bills. Oh, there's Terrell. I hear, you know, I always called him Terrell. Then they started calling him Terrell somewhere along the way on one of the broadcasts, and now they're back to calling him Terrell. So I don't know if he's Terrell or Terrell, but whatever he is, whichever it is, Edmonds for the Steelers. His brother Tremaine plays for the Bills. There is a color burst pack. The last one. Here we are in our last box mojo. Yeah, I mean, Hoops is hard because it's so just dreadful to break. But you know what? It's going to be really your first opportunity for 2018-19 class. So card value is still going to be probably kind of hot on some of that stuff. Pat Mahomes to 75, Kansas City Chiefs. And of course, you know, it has no competition. There's no other stuff out there besides Contenders Draft, which was collegiate. So it's hoops and only hoops for a little bit anyway. Numbered to 299. Why did I put that in the sleeve? I don't know. It's Jalen Samuels and the Steelers. Probably because I meant to put Jaleel Scott in the sleeve, but I already put the other one in there. To 100, Ravens. But I think hoops can definitely be useful in there. And some of the hoops, like hot signatures and stuff, bring pretty good money. Of course, shortly on its heels, we'll have Donruss. And Donruss was reconfigured. So it's more like a jumbo type, like a Topps jumbo break will be more along the lines of it. To 149, Duke Dawson. And of course, it always has the next day autographs in it, which are worth a lot of money. For the right player especially. To 149, Devontae Adams. Kiki is our last hit, and it's numbered to 25. Like, the Texans were just going, are you kidding me? I can't get Kiki. Oh, yeah. There he is. Numbered to 25 with an awesome 3-color patch and signature and a low number on top of that. Okay, guys, we survived it. Woohoo! We do still have housekeeping to do, though, before we do our recap. But we're still pretty well on track. We haven't quite hit the 2-hour mark yet, and we did the mini helmet break first. So I think we're doing all right. We're cruising along. Our redemption, we're going to flip it over. We're going to find out who it is. Then we will go to the checklist and verify the team and find out what it is numbered to. And the answer is DJ Chark. So that's going to be for the Jags. And it is an RPS Rookie Jumbo Auto Swatch Orange. I wonder if they could have possibly made that card set name any longer. I mean, maybe we should have added about another 7 or 8 words, right? What in the world? Can't make it a little bit shorter than that? My goodness, Panini. Killing me. They're killing me. All right, let's get over here and find out what's going on with this. 2018, coming at you live. What are we opening? I've already forgotten. I've already forgotten what I'm doing. My brain is fried tonight. RPS Rookie Jumbo Auto Swatch Orange. Okay, maybe I can remember that for a second. PS Rookie Auto Swatch Orange. Gracious. Okay. Card number 15. DJ Chark is going to be numbered to 75 for the Jags. Next up, we have all those Panini rewards points that we need to find a home for. So, here's what we need to do. I don't know why I took you there. I should have taken you here. Going to copy all of our team names from the spreadsheet. We'll drop them in and paste them momentarily into random.org. Ooh, I just hit something I didn't mean to hit, but that's okay. I think we'll still be all right. I'm just opening up all kinds of random things here. So these are all 250 points cards. So since they all have the same point value, they're simply going to go to the top 3 teams after we hit random. So I'm going to paste them in here. I will scroll through them so you can see that all 32 teams were copied and pasted. I'm going to hit random one single time. After I hit this button, it will be the teams in the first, second, and third position. Each one of them will get one of those points cards. So good luck, everyone. Here we go. It's going Cardinals, Bears, and Falcons. Cardinals, Bears, and Falcons. All right, let's get these in sleeves so I can write that down and not forget it. Cardinal, Bear, and Falcon. And then we're going to recap. At least, I think we are, if I can get this done. There. Okay. Of course, we had the redemption that we just took a look at, and that's for the Jags. It will be numbered to 75. Cardinals, 250 rewards points. Chicago Bears, 250 rewards points. Atlanta Falcons, 250 rewards points. Our recap, Calvin Ridley for the Falcons. The Patriots with a retired signature hit. The Broncos have a nice large patch there. There is a handsome devil right there. That's our 1/1 NFL Shield of Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins. Kyle Lauletta's out for the Giants. DJ Moore came out for the Panthers. A 1/1 Calvin Johnson. That one's not signed, but you know what? It's in our recap pile because, hey, it's a 1/1, right? It deserves a little recap love. The Falcons with a Julio Jones relic. The nice Sam Darnold and the Jets. That is numbered to 15. James Washington comes out for the Steelers. Kerryon Johnson and the Lions. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Green Bay Packers. Dante Pettis for the 49ers. Kiki, that is a beautiful patch for the Texans, and that is numbered to 25. A nice low number there. The Broncos with Cortland Sutton, Mike Gesicki, and the Dolphins. Antonio Brown, AB, Pittsburgh Steelers. There's Kerryon Johnson again for the Lions. The Dallas Cowboys have Mike White. Michael Gallup for the Cowboys. Kerryon Johnson, Lions. Mason Rudolph, Steelers. There's that Baker Mayfield that came out for the Browns earlier, numbered to, I think that says 80. It's just kind of an odd, interesting sort of number, but that looks like what they settled on, 80. Deshaun Watson for the Texans. I had forgotten all about even hitting that. For the Jets, Robbie Anderson. Jaleel Scott and the Ravens. Traquan Smith and the Saints. Anthony Miller and the Bears. That's numbered to 149. It's another James Washington for the Steelers. There's Naheem Hines and the Colts. The nice Mason Rudolph for the Steelers. That one numbered to 49. Jaleel Scott and the Ravens. James Washington Steelers. Rashad Penny Seahawks. Jamon Moore Packers. The Cardinals with Christian Kirk. Jalen Samuels for the Steelers. There's another nice hit for the Dolphins with a Mike Gesicki with a pretty awesome patch. And then right behind that, hey, it's Mike Gesicki again. Imagine that. Also the Dolphins. Sony Michel for the Patriots. Josh Rosen and the Arizona Cardinals. Another Sony Michel for the Patriots. Another Dolphin. That one is Kalen Ballage. Another Dolphin. Oh, imagine that. Mike Gesicki again. Yeah, he's crazy in there. Kyle Lauletta, Giants. Oh, I forgot we had the early Kiki for the Texans. So the Texans did hit with Kiki twice, actually. I had forgotten all about the first one. Yeah, see? That's what happens when you open a lot of stuff. Cortland Sutton for the Broncos wraps us up for tonight. So I will put up spreadsheet information again right now for anyone who might have missed it. We're going to go over, take a look at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. We will also take a look at the shipping schedule for the things we open tonight. I see Wavion, it says he is out of here. He is headed off to catch some Z's. And he also says he's not going to break this product again. Well, I can't say that I blame you if you haven't had any better luck than that. And we didn't do too good a job breaking your streak tonight. Got you a couple of low-numbered cards. But no ink, I'm sorry to say. So I can't say that I blame you, man, for trying something different next time. But that's all right. We got lots of things. So you can dive into something else. We'll hopefully have another product that you'll do a little better with. All right, so this is what we're looking at in the days ahead. So tomorrow night is an off night. I am not breaking tomorrow night. I'm sure I will be plenty busy working between sorting and listing, but no actual live break tomorrow night anyway. On Sunday, we're going to open an autographed baseball jersey, a case of Archive Signature Series Retired Edition baseball, and a case of Gold Label baseball. On Monday, we're going to open another master case of Phoenix football, so it'll be just about like it was tonight, except on Monday. On Tuesday, we're going to start early at 9:15. We will open a full 6-box case of Topps Update Jumbo Baseball. That is roughly a 3,000 card break, so you can expect that to be about 2 hours, probably in that range of about 2 hours, maybe a hair over. Veteran Base is not shipping in that break, in that Topps Update Jumbo break. You're going to get rookies, you will get inserts, autographs, and relics, but not Veteran Base. I will be listing tomorrow night a separate bidding category for just the Veteran Base out of that break. And the biggest part of your cost for it's going to be the shipping, I imagine, because it's not going to be cheap to ship it. On Wednesday, we're going to start early again at 9:15. Two things come out on Wednesday, Archives Baseball and Hoops Basketball. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to defer Hoops Basketball. We will open it on Thursday night. But on Wednesday, we will open a half case of Archives Baseball. They are loose boxes from a shared case in that first break. But also on Wednesday night, we're going to open a case of Impeccable Football, a case of Immaculate Basketball, and a case of 5-Star Baseball, and then our Archives Baseball. So that's what Wednesday night looks like. Obviously, I'll list for Thursday night tomorrow, so you'll be able to see that stuff pretty soon. We're probably going to start early all the way. Once we hit Tuesday, we'll probably start at either 9:15 or 9:30 all the way through the rest of that week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all those days. We're probably going to start early and just bust through a lot of stuff that is base card heavy. And we'll do it in half cases or whole cases and just power through it, friends. We'll just power through it. And one more time, your shipping information if you missed this earlier. The autograph mini helmets, which were our free shipping break items from tonight, projected to go out a week from today on Friday the 26th. All the free shipping stuff is typically projected out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. Also, if you happen to be blanked in that mini helmet break and you were not one of the teams pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card for your team. It can be from any year and any series, and I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. Typically what happens is this: the next time you do pull something, whether it's a card or an item, I gather up all those consolation cards that you might be due, and I ship them to you all at once with that package. If you are in that mini helmet break and you don't want to wait for your next package for them to ship out, all you need to do is send me a message and let me know, and I will gladly get you taken care of sooner. For Phoenix football, I am projecting that to get out the door on Wednesday. That, of course, is a paid shipping break. And also, by the way, nobody got skunked in that because everybody's going to pull cards. There's a lot of cards we just opened in that break. And that, I believe, has got us covered for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate you being here and spending part of your Friday night with me. Remember, I am not streaming live tomorrow night, but we will be back at it on Sunday. Meanwhile, there's still tons of stuff you can find, and, you can still bid and do that sort of thing, but we're just not going to break tomorrow night. All right? So enjoy your weekend. We'll see you again Sunday. Bye now.